Hey and welcome. Today we're going to do something a little bit fun. So I had an idea. I wanted to work on a way to kind of maintain YouTube channel a little bit better, and there's so many options out there. But YouTube's got an API, right? Why don't we just use that? So I've been going through the YouTube API, having a quick look, trying to figure out the best way to do it. And what I want to be able to do is, register my YouTube channel, get a list of my content, and just, understand it a bit more. Because, if I go to like studio.youtube, it's pretty good, right? Yeah, I use TubeBuddy to see what's going on because it's the first time I've used it. So many pop-ups. So it's quite useful, right? I can see current subscribers. I can go through some analytics. I can, click through and monetize. I don't monetize. Can't be bothered. Too much effort. But, if I go through analytics, I can start to see some interesting stuff, see what people are watching. That's great for a kind of overview. But what about, actually running a channel? There's got to be more. What I was wondering was, could I do something like what YouTube Studio does and then kind of throw in some ChatGPT magic and see what happens? So that's what I'm going to play around with, basically, is can I do it? So the first thing is, so we probably want a way to integrate, right? I've not planned this at all. So let's go for Saloon. Let's have a look at some Saloon. Let's focus in on the code because you've all seen my beard. You don't need to see it again. So, is there a way we can maybe just use this? So let's just grab some Saloon this way. I've been trying out this package and it's okay, but it's you only get so much. You can only get 50 videos. And maybe that's enough. Maybe we'll try that. Can you give an example of what you're looking forward to applying GPT for? So what I'm thinking is giving it some data. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's what it's called. Here's the description. Here's a list of videos, how many views that they've got, that sort of thing. And then what's the most popular and why? Plan my next 5 videos. Give me ideas for my next 5 videos, that sort of thing. Something interesting, something you could play around with. So what I've done so far is create a couple of console commands. So I've got fetch channel. So you just pass in the ID of the channel. You get the channel there. You then do a quick update or create there. So if I just grab my YouTube channel ID like this and come over to, we'll just kind of make this a bit bigger. So if I go Sale Artisan YouTube channel, does that work? YouTube fetch. I'm going to call that YouTube channel. That makes more sense. So basically, get and save information about a channel. So there, bang, we've done it. So let's come over to the database. Let's just say, here's my data source. Locally, I'm using Postgres. 127.0.0.1. Sale, default stuff, password. Project is called Studio. Let's just test that. Ooh. Scram based. Ooh, what the? There we go. I don't even know what that was doing. So what's the problem I have with my content and what am I trying to solve here? I'm just trying to get some more insights into, what's useful, without having to kind of dig through everything. So here's my channel. The channel's been registered. It's got an image, it's got title, it's got the kind of prefixed URL, latest description, how many views my channel's got, how many videos, how many subscribers, and get started at, which I will look at filling in later. But the idea is that I want to kind of build out these insights about my channel and add some code to it, do something fun with it, add some GPT, see what other cool stuff I can do, you know, all that good stuff. So then I created this kind of fetch videos for channel, and by default it will only get 40, I think. So let's test it. Double check that command name, YouTube videos. There we go. Sale Artisan YouTube videos for this one. Bang. I've got some videos. That's good enough for me. So let's go to whatever this last one was here. Is that videos I'm getting? Get activities. Okay, so let's go have a look at this. It's not the best package, but it works. So if I come through source and just look at YouTube here. So here's a public APIs that you can do. And what I want to do is use blah, blah, blah. So blah, 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 get categories. Let's just delete it. Get rid of that. Comments, get video info, get localized video info, get popular videos. You can search videos, search channel videos, list channel video. That's what I want. List channel videos. So if I go list channel videos, and we'll do that again. First ever one. Let's scroll up to the top, see what it gives me. Add my most recent 3, 2, 1, 0. First impressions of API platform. So I don't know what the default order is here. What's page info? Let's see if I pass in like a page info. So let's just kind of drop this down. So that is the channel ID. Page info is true. Now let's see what it gives me. Okay, so you can go next page. Awesome. What other things can you add into this to make it somewhat maybe useful? Part. So the part that you get would be that. Search advanced page info. Okay, so it's just a search. Can you download a video? Right. So, I mean, I think you can get like the link to the video. Maybe you can download it. I'm not 100% sure. So this part here, this is what I want to know about. Is if I go to like channel videos list here, the different parts that you can do. You can pass through content detail, file details, live streaming details. So if I also pass through something like live stream details, because I do a lot of those. So if we say part is going to start like this. And then we're going to also grab those live streaming details, see what it gives me. Ooh, now we died. Unknown part, apparently. Okay. Oh, that's coming through search. Let's do search, advanced search. Oh, Okay, so now let's look at the part. Search resource properties. What can I do? What can I do? Do it give me like a list of parts anywhere? Type, video information, properties. No. Errors. Now, not the most useful there. Not the most useful at all. Any good samples? Okay. So maybe live streaming details won't give me it, but I can get the list of what I want. So I don't need that page info right now. We'll drop that. It's just extra rubbish I don't need. So here we go. So I can get search results. It is a video, there's the ID. Here's when it was published, the title, description, thumbnail, channel title, published time. So I'm not getting views per video there. So I wonder if I can. A core to this method has a quota cost of 100 units. Okay, so I'll worry about that later. The part parameter specifies a search resource properties for content owner, channel ID, channel type, event type, location, radius, max results, order, page, blah, blah, blah. Lots of interesting, not useful stuff. So I want to get, right, if I get a video list, the parts that I care about at this point is I'm going to want statistics, really. So if I pass in statistics, will it work? No. Statistics, unknown part. Okay, so you can get ID and snippet. That's really not very useful, is it? Starting to question this package a little bit because it works, but it's not quite doing it all for me. So let's just go have a look at this. So here's a package here. Get YouTube video info, get popular videos, channel videos. Search advanced, get playlist, basic search. It seems to be just leaning on search. So while that's useful, I wonder if Saloon would work better because, you know, it's Saloon. It's good. So let's have a look at creating a connector. Let's just kind of go back. This is what I need. Decide. There we go. Get that installing. Do that magic. So I want to make a connector, basically. Ooh. So aha. So this is what I want. That bit. Default sender is the HTTP sender. I like how well thought out Saloon is. Where's Saloon? Here it is. Default sender. HTTP sender. Let's just simplify that. That part is done. So we've got some events that we can do. Perfect. Okay, so next we want to go and create a connector. So integration name, connector name. That's kind of the naming approach. So YouTube data connector. Bang. That's how we do it. So that's the first part done. Adding some default resolve base URL stuff. So let's go have a look at that. Let's just close this down, come over to HTTP, integrations, YouTube data, resolve base URL. And it wouldn't be a steed stream if I didn't declare some strict types and make it final. And fix that whole file. So now we can come back to the documentation here. We know that that is the base URL. Like that. Default headers we can worry about in a minute. Default config we don't care about so much. Authorization, I'm pretty sure data API, send take for review. Access token query parameter authorization header. Bing, bang, bong. That's how we do it. So let's go have a look at authorization with token auth. So like this, with token auth, this API key. Awesome. So then in our app service provider, let's just register our connector. And that means that what we can do is say this app, register a singleton where the abstract is YouTube data connector and the concrete is going to be when we register that YouTube data connector, the API key is going to be some sort of string that we need to come down and add to config services. So we can say YouTube is going to be env YouTube key. So we can then say config services.youtube key, like that. There we go. Auth done. Next step, once we've got our authentication sorted, we want to do sending a request. So we want to kind of like make a request maybe. So some requests that we want to be able to do is we want to list a user's possible channels. So we need to make a list channels request. How do we do this? Blah, blah, blah. Let's go PHP artisan saloon. What does it give me? Saloon request. What is a related integration? YouTube. What should the saloon request be named? Channel list. Done. That is how we do it. Oh, it's well planned. Here we go. Channel list. So get request to channels. quality focused YouTube channels and lists. Yeah, it's just like YouTube Studio is great, but I don't find it that useful. And you know, part of what I do is I want to make sure that I'm doing something good. Let me just come back and look at this. List channels for the authenticated user, basically. So we want to pass through some query parameters. So requests, servers, blah blah blah. Default query. This is what we need to add. That default query here. So default query is an array. Just return that, and the part we want to fetch is an array or a list, comma separated list. So we want ID, we want snippet, statistics, and that's the main thing that we want. So to use this, what I want to do is come over to fetch channel, and we're just going to test doing something else. So if I just comment all of that out for now, we are going to inject the channel list request, and we're going to request okay, I need to look at sending requests in Saloons now. Sending a request, get the request. Okay, so you need the connector as well. So let's add that. YouTube data connector. So what we want to do is connector send request. Then go sale artisan YouTube channel. Doop. Perfect. So at this point, I've got a response. And let's get the JSON. Invalid credentials. Expected OAuth access token login cookie. Or blah, blah, blah. Okay, so something went wrong with my authentication. Let's look at the authentication guide. That's all good. That's all good. I've already got the token. Already got access to the scopes. Let's just look at HTTP REST stuff. Redirect to Google. Oh, okay, so let's have a look at how does this do the auth. So here's a YouTube here. Reserved URLs, constructing, use HTTP host, okay. Setting the API key, get categories, blah, 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 this API get. Is this extending something that I'm not noticing? Or what am I not seeing? Pass URL query. API get. Params key, this YouTube key. Host referrer. Okay, so that's passing it through as a query parameter, which I absolutely hate, but let's have a look at maybe doing that to see what it does. YouTube data connector, default headers. Let's just make that read only, and then default headers can have an access token as this API key. Okay, Now let's send it again. There we go. Oh, missing a valid API key. Okay. So the YouTube API isn't super pricey, but it's it's not great, but it kind of does it. So that should be passing it through. I do have a token. I've already set up everything in the developer console. This one. What can I do? Can I do anything? API key 2, set that, website, no restrictions, don't restrict key. There's my API key, so I can, okay, so key equals. Okay, so let's see if I change that to just key. Will that work? I will be recycling this API key, don't worry. Aha. Method doesn't allow unregistered callers. Okay, something weird's going on here. I think what I'll do is I'll come back to that part. We'll come back to that bit and we'll focus on actually what I'm trying to build here. So I can get, some information here, not a problem. So what I'm trying to do is I've got my models, which is user and a channel will have, all of this sort of information going on, capture it over time. He passed param in the headers. Really? I did not see that. HTTP build query, params. Am I not seeing something? Please tell me if I'm missing something obvious. But I'm not seeing much. It looks like he's passing the key as this YouTube key. And then this YouTube key here. Headers function in class. Ooh, okay, so I'm doing something wrong, am I? That is useful. Default headers. Okay, so that's default query. No filter, suggested, managed by me, mine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we are getting somewhere. Channels list, parameters, filters, ID. So this here, this needs a constructor as well. Public function construct. So when I'm building this read-only string ID, filter, how does that filter get built? Yeah, this is Saloon. So the way that I typically do that is I'd expect it to kind of be like that, but you know. There we go. So now back on that command, we'll come down and look at fetch channels. We won't do that. What we will do instead is request equals new channel list, and the ID is this argument channel, like that. Let's see what it does. No filter selected. If I just say filter ID, missing required parameters. So there's no explanation on the format here, like properties, errors. Let's just see, show code. ID access token. Okay, so just pass in ID like that. Okay, cool. I can do that. So ID is this ID. There we go. We got something. So I've got a list of channels. Perfect. So I can get channel information, localized statistics, video count, all that good stuff. Perfect. So the next one is, let's have a look at blah, 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 videos list. So I want to list all videos. Next, so PHP Artisan Saloon request. It is the YouTube integration and list videos. So we want to list all videos. Fetch channel, YouTube connector, channel, all that good stuff's done now. List videos. So the endpoint is videos. Can drop that. Declare some script types. Final. I know I'm going to need a constructor. I'll add that in by default. Private read only. String ID, I'm assuming. Yep. So the part resolve endpoint videos default query. We're going to return that array. The part that we want is going to be something, and the ID is this ID. So we want the ID, the snippet, and it sticks. Let's also pass in live streaming details. So now let's SEO Artisan YouTube channel, YouTube videos. That is not working yet. So what we want to do is on the fetch videos for channel, we want to pass in the YouTube data connector, and the request is going to be a new list videos request, where the ID is this argument channel, And what we want to do is dump on connector, send, request, give me the JSON. Let's try that again. Cool. Empty. YouTube video list response is giving me nothing. There's a useful, so good old Christoph has done something, some kind of abstraction. Oh, wrong window. Here we go. GitHub.com, Christoph, Rumpo, Lara, streamers. So he's done something. So if we go down to app, services, YouTube, channel data. So platform ID, blah, 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 on platform since thumbnail, country. So we can fake a lot of that. YouTube client, YouTube channels. Just get my snippet there, upcoming streams, video. Let's have a look at just grabbing that stuff then. List videos. Still not giving me anything. I am passing through the ID, right? The ID is Chromosaver video ID. Oh, I don't want to pass through that. I want to do it for I want to list all videos, list by ID, list my, okay, I want to get channel videos. How can I do that? Do I have to do a search? That is the question. So, get a request part. I want to get all about part. That's required. Okay, so it looks like I've got to do a search. How did Christoph do it? Videos. Okay, he's doing a. Okay. It's not how I want to do it. Let's buy that part for content owner, for developer, for mine. So let's say that we're going to do a search instead. So let's change our endpoint to search. Then we're going to pass the part information and for mine to be true. And see what that gives me. Errors. Doesn't have statistics. Okay. Live streaming details. So how did they build that one up? We want to have a look at video lists. Get categories, get comments thread, get video info, get localized video, get popular videos, list channel videos. So type video, channel ID. Let's see what that does. Hey, we got something. So we've got the snippet. ID snippet. Now let's see if it's got statistics. Nope. Nope. Don't have it. So part. Search resource properties. Set the parameter value to snippet. So we just want snippet. So it looks like we can get the videos, then we've got to do another one to get specific parts. Nah, it is what it is. So I can get the information that I need to list the videos. Channel ID, channel type, event type, location, max results, max of 50. So I can only get 50 latest videos. Order by something. Order by date. I don't know, get my most popular videos maybe. That might be useful. View count. So that's giving me that stuff. That's useful. I can work with that. So next up, we need to create a model. Make a model. And we're going to call this a video. So what we want to do there is come to our database migrations, declare some strict types, because strict types are the way to do everything. ULID everything, primary key, table, foreign ULID. This belongs to a channel. We're going to index. We're going to constrain it to the table, and we're going to cascade. So the information that we can get is table string YouTube. We can get the YouTube ID. We can get the title. I'm going to add the description in there. Table string image. I can get the thumbnail image. And we're going to add a publish stat. So, table timestamp published at. I'm going to make that nullable as well. So I can do all of that. That bit's fine. Once I've got the ID, I can get some information about the video. And what that will give me in return is a list of videos that match the criteria. Yes. That'll give me a video resource. That video resource can give me published that, title, description, thumbnails, got that, got all of that. Okay, so I can get tags. So we're going to add table JSON tags. That is nullable. Live broadcast information, not super useful. Localized content details. I don't know, I suppose I could get duration. Might be useful. Table unassigned big integer as duration. I'm going to default that to 0. Content rating. Don't care about any of that right now. Status, uploaded, published out, license, embeddable, statistics. So next one, I can say we can get the views, we can get the likes, we can get the dislikes, we can get the favorite. I'm going to spell it the British way because I am British, and I can get the comment count. Topic details, not super useful. Recording details, file name, file size, file type, container, video streams, audio streams, processing details, suggestions. Yeah, okay. None of the other stuff is super useful to me right now, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. So at this point, I will have a way to kind of save all of that information and work with it. So let's go to Video Factory and let's just fill this out. So declare that. Make this final. So we have a YouTube ID. I'm just going to make that a string random. We have a title, which is going to be this fake sentence. The image is just going to be a URL, so this fake image URL. Description. This fake real text. Tags. We are just going to do, no, we're just going to add 3 random ones. This fake word. This fake word. And this fake word. After tags, we've got the duration. This fake number between 0 and int 2 is going to be like that. Views is going to do a random digit. That is what we want. We want just a random digit. Likes. Dislikes. Favorites. And comment. Right, so favorites and comments. Got to stay consistent with pluralization. Then we can have the channel ID. Channel ID is a channel factory. Published at is just a random timestamp. Date time. And that's good enough for me. Next, fill in the model. This news has your ID. Declare some strict types on that one. Make this final. Add the fillable. We've got the fillable. We've got the YouTube ID. We've got the title. We've got the image. We've got the description. We've got the tags. Duration. likes, dislikes, favorites, comments, channel ID, and published at. And that is it. Next, we can go down to casts, and we can say that the casts are tags as collection, duration is an integer, views is an integer, likes again another integer, dislikes is an integer, favorites again another integer. Oh, God, it's boring writing sometimes, right? And comments is integer, and then published at is a date time. Finally, we've got channel relation, so public function channel. This belongs to this belongs to they're related to the channel, and the foreign key is channel ID. Done. With the channel, add the inverse. Public function videos, as many, this, as many, the related is a video, and the foreign key is channel ID. Then what I like to do is come up to the top and add that as well, so we get a property of elegant collections. That is type content, and that is videos. Okay. Okay, property already exists. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Going to leave that out then. Not the big deal. Okay, so then what I'd usually do is come up here and start adding all of these properties. String, property, string, YouTube ID, property, string, title, adding the image, adding the script, adding tags, so that is just an integer for duration, use likes, dislikes, channel ID, and the carbon interface for the published at, for the created at, and finally the updated at. Don't need that. There we go. So we can kind of start building up those. So we'll just do a quick sale artisan migrate, get that database up there. So next up is we want to start syncing things using the new approach. So that means that we want to remove this because it's not very useful to us right now. So composer, remove that. Bing, bang, bong, off it goes. Thank you very much. I'm going to stick with Saloon because we all love and trust Sam. So, fetching the channel. Delete that. And delete that for now. Right. So I don't want to be doing it this way, and I don't really want to be doing it that way. So I can just kind of delete those commands because I don't want them. So what I want to do instead is create a way to fetch my YouTube stuff. Let me come back to the roots quickly and just remove that. So I've got a view. I want to be able to get stuff. The way I like to build Livewire applications at the moment is actually using Folio. So Composer require Laravel Folio. That installs. I'm using PHP 8.3, by the way. Just testing it out. Seems good so far. So we've got Folio. So Artisan Folio install. PHP Artisan make Folio index. So then in my web routes, I can just go like that. Come to the resource views, welcome, grab that, pages, index, drop it in, and just delete that welcome view. And delete the git keep. I slowly refactor everything to this, and we're all good. There we go. Magic. So that is all of that good stuff. We've got some integration going with the YouTube API. So once we've signed up, what happens is we want to kind of add our channel. Once we've added our channel, we want to start getting more videos. Once we've kind of got all those videos, just building up that list, getting the channel on a daily basis. So what we want to do is make a command. So make command YouTube sync channel. So app console commands sync channel. This is going to be a daily thing, maybe more further down the line. And I'm going to prefix this with YouTube, just in case I want to manually run it. YouTube channel. Sync all channels with YouTube daily. Then we will pull in that YouTube data connector, and we'll go for each channel query cursor as channel. So for each one, we want to go through and say that the data is connector send new channel list. The ID is channel ID, YouTube ID. So that's the data. It's JSON. Then what we want to do is let's just quickly do a dime dump on the data and see what we're working with. I wonder if there's a way in Tinkerwell to do this. There might be. I'll play around with it later. Sale Artisan YouTube channel. So I can get, now that's an array items. So if I just say JSON items, or collect, maybe. Collect items. That'll give me a collection. And because we're getting a specific channel, we can just say first. That'll give me a channel as an array. That means that I can say channel update where the title is data snippet title. So if I just quickly have a look at the channel over on this screen over there. The URL could potentially change. So what I'm going to do is the description data snippet description. And we're going to have the URL as data snippet custom URL. The image as data snippet thumbnails high URL. So get the high quality one and get the URL for it. That's all the localized stuff. That's not super useful. But then we can say that the views for the channel is data statistics views, the subscribers data statistics view count, subscriber count, and we also want to get the videos. So data statistics and the video count. Like that. And that's it. That will update and we are good. So that is a command. So we're going to say handle. That doesn't return anything. What's that complaining? If empty channel, blah, blah, blah. No, not that useful. What we can do is just provide a little bit of output. So this components info, the string being passed back is fetching updates for channel title to do this components info string channel title updated. Let's try again. Fantastic. So I've got a way to sync that now. So in my kernel here, what I could probably do is let's just declare strict types. Let's make this final. Let's just clean this file up a little bit. I don't use that console root there, which means that I can delete that. And I can say schedule command. The command I want to schedule is sync channel. daily at time night. Job done. And fix our file, and we'll say pass. And I am now happy with that file. That is done. That is done. I can sync things. Things are good. I can start syncing YouTube channels. What I probably want to do is probably do like syncing videos at some point, but I think right now that's not hugely important. I'll come back to that perhaps. Maybe create action or dispatchable job of some description that I can just go do it, basically. Or maybe there's like a channel sync that happens every now and then. But for now, I think that's me done for a bit. I am desperate need of coffee. So, as usual, thank you all for joining me. Drop a comment on any feedback if you want to see me build anything specific. Where is it? Suggest. You can always come here to suggest.gg, which is pretty awesome, actually. We've got some suggestions in there. Got some ideas that have been submitted already. You can vote up what you'd like to see me work on. You can also see what I am working on. Make a suggestion. I can just kind of go back and I just kind of collect them all. I see what's coming in, see all the ideas. Once something hits a certain amount of votes, I can then say, I can be back to planning, preparing, writing, recording, filming, editing, finish, that sort of stuff. Really useful for me. I'm hoping that Andrew adds an API so that I can then integrate this with what I'm working on, so I can start to kind of just plan things and push things through and do some magical, fantastic stuff. But we'll see. We shall see. Make sure to comment if you have any feedback. Like if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see the next ones. Other than that, stay awesome. Have a great day, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.